Welcome into Seattle Seahawks Today by Chat Sports. I am Tom Doney, here to discuss the Russell Wilson Bears, Andy Dalton trade, Adam Schefter report. Quite a bit to get in here, so we'll take our time with it, right? Adam Schefter says the Bears made a strong push to acquire Russell Wilson before they signed Andy Dalton. However, the Seahawks rebuffed all the trade offers from the Chicago Bears, and as a result, the Bears went out and added Andy Dalton. As a result, Seattle is not trading Russell Wilson right now. If we're being realistic here, maybe that shouldn't be the biggest surprise in the world, since there had been numerous reports, as discussed on this show, that Seattle was not interested in trading Russell Wilson. And that, again, makes sense. If you're Seattle, right? If you've got Pete Carroll and John Schneider, Carroll's an older head coach. Do they want to rebuild? I certainly don't think so. And Russell Wilson coming off a statistically awesome season for the Seattle Seahawks. Almost a very nice 69% completion percentage, 40 touchdowns, 13 interceptions. His QBR, the ESPN passing stat, which factors in rushing and level of competition, was above 73. He's awesome. I think every Seahawks fan in the world should, or at least does, know that he is an awesome NFL quarterback. Now, of course, the future around Russell Wilson remains a little bit murky because Seattle could have made this go away a long time ago. If they had restructured Russell Wilson's deal, bring down his cap hit this year, push dead money into the future, we all would have known he's not going anywhere. But they haven't done that yet, and they've been very quiet in Seattle in terms of making roster moves in free agency. So in light of this Adam Schefter report, what is your one-word reaction? Let me know what you guys think here in the comments section. What word are you using to describe what the Seahawks have done, at least allegedly are doing, as it relates to Russell Wilson and a potential trade? This was the report from Schefter. I'll break it down in depth here. Chicago made a, quote, very aggressive pursuit of Seahawks quarterback Russell Wilson, per sources, and the Bears were told that Seattle is not trading him at this time. I want to emphasize at this time. We'll discuss more about that here in depth. The Bears are one of 4 teams on Wilson's agent's list of names, places of interest, Now Chicago has agreed to Andy Dalton. Now those 4 teams, the Chicago Bears, the Cowboys, the Raiders, and the Saints. Let's go one by one. The Bears added Andy Dalton. That's going to be their quarterback. They don't think they're going to get him. Cross that off the list. Maybe they trade up for a quarterback because Dalton's not that good. The Cowboys paid Dak Prescott. Cross that one off the list. The Raiders haven't done anything with Derek Carr, but also dumped their right tackle, right guard, center, and potentially their left guard as well. So the whole, I want better protection from Wilson, doesn't really check out in Las Vegas. And the Saints have restructured Taysom Hill and paid Jameis Winston. The 4 teams on Russell Wilson's list suddenly don't make all that much sense unless that list were to suddenly expand. As I've said before, until Russell Wilson goes to the Seahawks organization and says, F you, I'm out, trade me, I don't care where, a trade's not going to happen. It simply doesn't make sense for a team built to win right now around Russ and for Wilson with a no-trade clause to go somewhere that's not in as good of shape as the Seahawks are. So, I don't think Wilson gets traded. Maybe down the road we can revisit that, but this upcoming year, it's always made way more sense for Seattle to not trade Wilson. Now, it is March Madness time. Free agency's going chaos. And, oh, look, we've got NCAA tournament basketball as well. If you want to get a 125% deposit bonus with our sportsbook partner, BetUS, head over to chatsports.com/bet and use the promo code you see on screen, Seahawks125. That will get you a 125% deposit bonus. So, when you put down $100, you're going to get $125 for free. And on top of that, we will hook you up with a Seahawks jersey. How about Russell Wilson? He's going to stick around for at least a year. Email us, Seahawks@chatsports.com. SeahawksToday.com. I'll make sure that email, by the way, gets put both in the comments and in the description. So all you guys got to do, go sign up, deposit, place a bet on March Madness, for example, and then email us, Seahawks@chatsports.com, and we will get you guys hooked up with a Seahawks jersey today. Seahawks@chatsports.com. Do not forget that email link. The offensive line, of course, remains an area of focus, allegedly, for Seattle. Obviously, we are winding down day 2 here of NFL legal tampering period, free agency, whatever, and the Seahawks have done nothing. They have made no moves. They just simply have not done anything. They missed out on Corey Linsley, Joe Thuney. They missed out on Matt Feeler. Other free agents are still out there on the offensive line, not the same caliber. And all of a sudden, the Seahawks are trying to keep Wilson happy and add an impact offensive lineman, and they've missed out on most of the top guys. Center, left guard, obvious areas of need. If I were the Seahawks and John Schneider, I'd be throwing money at Rodney Hudson, bring him in, and upgrade my center position in a pretty darn significant way. I still wonder in the end if the Seahawks are going to find some ways to add players. They've seen the focus on Shaquille Griffin, they lost, and allegedly KJ Wright as well. So who do you think Seattle will end up signing? And not who you want, but who you think. What player or players do you believe when we sit down a week from now, 2 weeks from now, whatever, the Seahawks will have signed in free agency? Let me know what you guys think down there in the comments section. Now, for all the latest on the Seahawks, news, rumors, draft, free agency, trades as well, hit that big red button and subscribe. YouTube.com/SeahawksTV. That way, you won't miss out on any of the fantastic videos we will do for you guys almost every single day, sometimes multiple times a day, like today, for example, as that Seahawks channel grows and grows and grows, giving almost a multiple every single day video here. So hit that big red button and subscribe today. So again, there's no Russell Wilson trade coming in the near future. If you want to see what happens, maybe the Seahawks will do something. In free agency in general, look, we'll let you guys know. I do wonder if long-term there are going to remain issues here for the Seattle Seahawks. Wilson hasn't restructured his deal yet. He wants more power. It's a pivotal offseason for Seattle. So yes, a Wilson trade does not happen this year as far as I'm concerned. Next year, though, if things remain iffy, I wonder if that could end up changing.